Good afternoon, folks. Big Bo here with another great and rare used work and play value from Parkway RV Centers. Many of you know who watch my videos. We're primarily a used RV dealership, but the one brand we do carry new is brand new Forest River work and play toy haulers, and simply because there's nothing else on the market like them. And in the 2 or 3 years that we've been selling them, we've become the #1 selling dealer of new work and plays in the 5-state area and the top 5 nationwide top sellers of brand new work and plays. And keep in mind, folks, work and play is the best selling travel trailer toy hauler for the last 8 years in a row. Today we're going to look at a rare used one, and I love looking at the used ones because it shows you how well they hold up when they're several years old. Today we're going to look at a 2006 work and play 26 RB. It's 30 feet long overall, including the tongue. Weighs approximately 6,500 pounds. It's got a lot of the same manufacturing techniques that are used today in work and play. And this is a heavy-duty toy hauler, folks. Got a separate 12-foot garage in the back. You can see the outside looks great. One thing I'm going to point out, it does need a new awning canvas. That is included for the price. Got the Harley-Davidson logo on it, which I've had several of these older ones. I think back then that was actually a factory package. Got alloy wheels. The tires look great. A couple of things I want to point out, just like they use today. They have exclusive use of what they call million-mile bolts, and these are used in the trucking industry for those of you who may recognize them. Same thing they build semi-trailers out of, and they're called million-mile bolts, well, simply because that's how long they last. Notice all the metal on here, metal wheel wells, fender skirts, metal on the corners so you have no straight edges where some leak problems can occur. It's got a metal roof, which is something unique to the work and play. Rear ramp door. The other side looks good. Got an omnidirectional antenna on top. It does have 50 amp service, so you don't have to worry about overloading your electrical system. Got an outside shower, furnace, all the goodies right here, folks. Now, I know it says sold, that's just where we bought it from. Good looking toy hauler, folks. This unit's going to include a 90-day nationwide limited warranty. Going to include a major systems check by our certified RV techs, who, by the way, are work and play trained. So they're going to check this unit out, make sure everything functions like it's supposed to. Checked out, ready to go, no worries, no stress, no problems, $12,900. Let's look inside. And I'm going to show you. Well, that air feels good, folks. You would think this late in the year it'd be getting cold, but it's 75 degrees outside today. Inside this work and play, it's clean. It's well above average condition for this year model toy hauler. And that's just because of the way it's built. And just like today, folks, they have work and play built them back then with the same manufacturing standards. They actually use steel floor and ceiling trusses. Other RV manufacturers by code have to have them about every 32 to 36 inches. Work and play builds them like they do the motorhomes and puts steel trusses every 16 inches. So there's a steel truss here where that screw's at, steel truss here, steel truss underneath that batten strip, 16 inches. Every 16 inches there's steel trusses in the floor and the roof. So, I mean, this thing's built like a Sherman tank, folks. Little heavier for this size toy hauler, but, you know, the heavier it is, the better it's built. Here in the front, now they don't have this floor plan anymore, but it's got a sofa that makes a bed, and the table booth makes a separate bed, so you can sleep 4 people up here. You got all this storage up here. Ducted roof air that works great. Sink. You got a Suburban stovetop, double residential style stainless steel sink, Magic Chef oven, refrigerator, and it's already getting cold. And you can see it's clean, it works. You've got a fully enclosed bathroom. And you got a stand-up shower. You can see how thick that roof is, folks. Look how thick that inner sleeve of that vent is. Right there, give you an idea how well insulated this thing is. You can see the shower hasn't had a ton of use because the stickers are still in it. They're still in good shape. And again, just like the brand new ones, folks, Work and Play is the only brand that actually supports the shower pan with metal instead of that spray grade foam they use, like a marine grade foam like they use in other brands. It's a little more complicated, a little more expensive to build it this way, but here's what happens with other brands, folks. And it probably would have happened by this point, by the time it got to this age. Other brands, they use a marine grade spray foam, and as heat and water get to it, it eventually breaks down until one day you step in the shower pan, your foot goes through it. And that's very, very common. That's why people buy so many shower pans to replace theirs on their older RVs, because of that happening. Work and Play is the only manufacturer that actually uses a metal support on the shower pan, so you never have to worry about losing or your foot going through that shower pan, even when it gets 25, 30 years old. So that's just another one of the many, many advantages of a Work and Play. And I love these toy haulers, folks. And like I said, this in 49 years of doing business, Work and Play is the only brand that we've ever sold brand new. Got a nice garage bay. The air works great back here. You got a dovetail for easier loading, so you got a little slant right here. 8 foot wide, 12 foot long. It's got the vapor wall, the closing and locking door. Now, both these sofas fold up flat against the wall, and I've got pictures of them folded flat from maximum cargo capacity. You've got heavy-duty D-rings, and both these sofas make 2 separate beds. So even though it doesn't have a what we call a stationary bed, it can still sleep up to 8 people. Crown molding on the walls, the batten strips. You can tell this is a quality built toy hauler. A lot better quality than anything else they made in 2006 for a toy hauler. They built these things to last, and you don't see that many of them used simply because people have no reason to get rid of them. You know, other 2006 models they get rid of because they start breaking down, they start getting worn out if they've used them a lot, but not a Work and Play. I mean, these things, like the Energizer Bunny, just keep going and going and going. And I strongly encourage you to take a good, strong look at them. And they hold their value very, very well, folks. This is a 2006 model, and the reason they hold their value is because there's not as many of these for sale used as like a Coachman or a Jayco or something, a lesser quality built brand. You see, the other manufacturers, they concentrate on making it light and making it cheap. So it's not going to hold up. Work and Play does the opposite. You know, these things cost more money new than your average toy hauler, but you get what you paid for. And you get a heavier built, better built toy hauler. Like I said, #1 selling travel trailer toy hauler in America for 8 years now. This unit weighs about 6,500 pounds, and that's unloaded before you add anything to it. That's not including the weight of whatever you're going to put in the back. And folks, let me tell you, people are buying toy haulers now that have no intention of ever towing anything in it or ever putting anything in it, as far as like motorcycles, four-wheelers, golf carts, side-by-side, stuff like that. A lot of people are buying these and using them for regular travel trailers because you've got a 12 foot by 8 foot bay back there that you can make it your own. And I've sold a bunch of these things to I sold one to a guy in Colorado, a new Work and Play, and he converted the back garage bay into he did leather, like custom horse saddles and belts and wallets and stuff like that. He did that for a living. So he actually bought a new Work and Play and converted the back garage bay into a leather workshop so he can go to these shows and festivals. I've sold several of these toy haulers to people who go to flea markets where they can load everything up, have a place to stay in the front, have a place to keep everything secure in the back, and they can stay there all weekend. I've sold, and this is the latest trend too, folks, on toy haulers, people buying them to live in. Because think about it, folks, these are well insulated, so they're perfect for year-round use. You've got a nice living area up here, and you've got your own 10 or 12 foot by 8 foot garage bay in the back to keep your stuff in. So you don't have to go rent a storage building. And the bad thing about renting a storage building is if you live in yours and you like to move around, you've got to keep your stuff in the storage building in one spot, and you could be on the other side of the country because you have to sign a lease. Not with this one, folks. You can carry your stuff with you and then some. You can make your own craft area back here. If you've got a church youth group, you can put a bunch of kids back here in sleeping bags. I mean, and you've got a screen on the back door where you can lower it down. I've actually sold these toy haulers to competition barbecue chefs. And they'll actually convert the rear door into a back porch. They'll put some wood underneath it or some cables on it, or it's a flush back porch, and they'll do their cooking out there and keep all their other stuff in here. So there's a lot of things you can do with a toy hauler besides hauling motorcycles, four-wheelers, and things like that. You're gonna like this. You're gonna like this work and play, folks. And I also have new ones as well. But this 2006 checked out, ready to go, by work and play technicians who are trained by work and play on our new ones. This unit's only $12,900. That includes a 90-day nationwide warranty through CoachNet, which is the exact same warranty underwriter that does all the new work and play warranties. So that's included with it for $12,900, and that's a haggle-free firm price. We call that Option A price. Option A price is what attracted you to this video and ad to begin with. That is you're getting a nice, great pre-owned work and play in great condition, checked out, ready to go. You get the warranty, and it also includes a demonstration walkthrough by the RV tech that checked it out. Also includes starter kit, temporary 45-day temp tag, instructional DVDs, and more. That's included for that haggle-free price of $12,900, and you get all that. And I call that the worry-free, stress-free option. Now, we do know that there are buyers out there, no matter how low the price is, no matter how nice the RV is, they're not going to buy unless they get some kind of discount. I know that's kind of outdated thinking, thanks to the internet, where everybody posts their stuff on the internet. And believe me, folks, if our prices weren't the lowest on the internet, our phones wouldn't ring, our lots would be empty. We certainly wouldn't be in business for 49 years and selling almost 600 units a year, and certainly wouldn't be the one of the top 5 work and play dealers nationwide. So if our prices weren't the best, folks, you really think we'd be doing the kind of business we're doing? But that's thanks to the internet. So we took the haggling out of the price. And folks, don't get me wrong. If you do want to haggle, I'll price this thing for $19,900. We can spend the next 2 or 3 days going back and forth in price just to get it down to where it's at now. Or would you rather just cut all that out, let us pre-discount it for you to get you attracted to it? $12,900, because if it wasn't the cheapest in the country, folks, you wouldn't call on it to begin with. So it's $12,900, checked out, ready to go, no worries, no stress. Or if you do want a discount, we do have what we call Option B. Option B saves us time and money, so we save you time and money. Option B is buying this work and play the exact same way we bought it, which is as it sets, the good with any potential bad, just like you took your spouse. And if you do want that option, so we don't have to pay for the warranty, I don't have to pay my techs to do a walkthrough and do a checkout on it, give us a call. We'll give you a discounted price for Option B. You can have Option A or Option B. It's up to you. If you've never owned one before, I strongly recommend Option A because there's no worries that way. But if you do have owned several of them, you know how to do some minor repairs, then you may want to consider Option B. Me, personally, I would take Option B because I do 90% of my own service work. I'm my own coach. I've been around these things for 20 years, but I know I may have more of a unique background than most people watching this video. And you don't have to make the decision which way to take it based on my video or my recommendations. If you'll come in here, make an appointment, we'll plug the unit up to power, have the air on, have the fridge on, let you do your own inspection on it. And then you can decide after you inspect it yourself if you want to do A or B. A, of course, you come in, you pay for it, it goes in line to get checked out in the back. Probably take us as of right now. Now, this could be different when you buy this unit, but as of today, right now, we'll probably have it done in a week and a half. If even that long, maybe even a week's time. But like I said, that changes daily because we check these things out in the order that they're sold. And right now, we've been buying some really nice units that didn't need hardly any repairs So we're able to get them in and out of the shop and through the inspection pretty quickly. And I don't see this thing, besides the awning canvas, being any different. So we ought to be able to buzz through this thing pretty quick. Everything should be functioning. I know the fridge and the air work and all the lights work. So, and obviously the lights aren't dim, so that means the converter works. So, you know, I've already checked a lot of the major electrical stuff and the major appliances. You know, my guys will take it a step further. They'll check the water system, the propane system. They'll check the awning, replace the canvas on the awning. They'll make sure all the beds fold out. They'll make sure drawers and cabinets work. Make sure you plug in receptacles work, your rear door, your screen. You know, we do all that and then some. And if you want a list of what we repair or what we check and repair if needed for the price you pay, just give us a call before you buy this unit on eBay or any other website to advertise on. And plus, they can also tell you the current lead time for a used travel trailer checkout, which isn't long at all, because this is an exceptionally nice 11-year-old toy hauler. Not new, but it is 11 years old, but it's a nice 11-year-old toy hauler. It's, in other words, let me put it to you this way, folks. If you looked at 100 2006 working plays, condition-wise and how it's been cared for, this would be in the top 5, maybe even the top 3. So it's in very nice shape. Most people with toy haulers, pretty rough on them. They scuff up the walls, loading stuff in and out. This has no signs of that. They scuff the ramp doors up, bringing stuff in and out. They spill gasoline, they spill oil. There's none of those stains in this floor or on the ramp doors. So this thing hasn't had a lot of heavy use. So I think it's going to be a very nice toy hauler for somebody that wants to save some money. You know, I have new working plays starting right around $24,000. Or I can sell you this one for half price. That will do everything a new working play will do and save you half off. May not be the newest, latest style, but it's still got the same rugged quality that makes working play the #1 travel trailer toy hauler in America. So you're definitely getting a lot better quality built toy hauler than you will with other brands, even here on this lot. So give us a call, 706-965-7929, evenings and Sundays, 423-605-6747. We're one of the oldest, largest, and most successful independently owned used RV dealerships in the United States today. And, you know, you can buy with confidence, folks. 49 years in business. We've always been there for you, and we always will. You know, we've got acres and acres of used RVs. We've got over 170 used RVs in stock. A bunch of used toy haulers. I've got brand new working plays. I've got several of them in stock, and I can special order and custom build and customize you one at the lowest guaranteed price in the United States on new working plays. So definitely save you some money, new or used, folks. You're going to love dealing with us. We don't have any extra fees, no dock fees, no prep fees, no tag and title fees, no freight fees, no acquisition fees, no corporate fees. All those fees these other dealers try to charge you that can lead to thousands of dollars on top of the sales price are all 100% dealer profit, 100% unnecessary to purchase a used or new travel trailer toy hauler. Even the new ones, we don't charge any fees, folks. So give us a call. You'll be glad you did. We're going to save you a ton of money. We're going to sell you a nicer, cleaner, used toy hauler. And you're going to love the quality of the work and play. When you look at this thing in person, you're going to be very, very impressed. I know I am. To be 11 years old, this thing is pretty much almost, I just about call it immaculate condition. The only thing I could really hit this thing for is they've had a couple of pictures hanging up on the wall, and they left a few nail holes. I mean, if I just had to pick it apart, that would be the #1 thing that I saw that would say this is a used RV. The cushions aren't frayed. They're not torn. I mean, the floor is in great shape, not stained up. Everything's original. Everything's in good shape. Thank you for watching, folks. Give us a call if you have any questions. This unit's on eBay, as well as 20 of the most popular for sale websites in the United States for used RV purchases. Hundreds of people are going to watch this video in the next 24 hours. Thousands are going to read the ad. You're not going to be the only interested party, so keep in mind, folks, we don't hold anything without a deposit. Give us a call, drop us an email, I look forward to seeing you here in beautiful Ringgold,